guys! So I'm actually like super stressed out right now because I like filmed the video and then I realized I did something wrong, and so now I'm refilming the video, and I was getting the camera set up, I put it up there, I took a photo to make sure that I was like in frame, it was all good, and then when I walked over there, the camera just like, it just like fell over, and the plastic came out, so my tripod broke. Well, it's not even my tripod, it's my mom's tripod, and now I'm like low-key freaking out. It's literally being held together with like wishy tape right now. I wouldn't be surprised if halfway through the video just fell over, because like, oh my god, it's so stressful. Anywho, hi, welcome. As you can probably tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about people I just don't understand. Unfortunately, Lauren is not here today, but that's okay. It's still going to be a great time. Okay, so the first people I don't understand are people who bite into cheese sticks. Like, someone clearly took the time to invent cheese that you could just pull out, it'd be great, it'd be delicious, it'd be yummy, it's fun to eat. Like, cheese sticks are the perfect snack. And then people come along, they take this beautiful invention, and they ruin it. They just bite straight into the cheese stick. Like, what? I don't know what's going on. I would actually, okay, same thing with like those Twizzler peels. Like the other day, for soccer one day, I took in a bunch of like Twizzler, like those Twizzler peel things, and I was surprised with how many of my soccer teammates were traitors who just bit straight into them. Like, I don't know if your hands were full or something after the game, or if you just needed to like let out some anger. Cause I think that we lost that game, and they were like, I don't know what their motive was, but that was very disappointing to see. I was like, wow, I trusted you all, and now look what you've done. Alright, the second kind of people who annoy me are people who leave the toilet paper facing the wrong way. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, look over here. Here's an example of a person who leaves the toilet paper the right way. They have it, you know, going forwards, facing in front. And then here is an example of people who put the toilet paper facing the wrong way. It's awkwardly like underneath. I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. You like took the time to get new toilet paper and put it on the little toilet paper dispenser. I really do appreciate it. I know, oftentimes I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work, and I only do it if I actually need to. But if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Like, it's not practical. If you're trying to go under, you're like trying to rip it off, and then you end up just pulling more toilet paper out, and now you have a bunch of toilet paper, and then you have to roll it back, and now it doesn't look pretty, so then when the next person comes in, they're like, whoa, what happened to this toilet paper? Versus when it's in front, you can grab it, you can peel it off, it's perfect. Okay, number 3. Third type of person I don't understand. Now, this one it's not like things that people do, it's just the way that they are. And I personally find it very unfair. Now, these are the people who eat total crap, you know. I'll be like, oh, what'd you have for breakfast? You know, and they'll be like, oh, well, I had 3 croissants, 4 donuts, 7 waffles, and then I see them eating an entire box of cereal, and that's just breakfast, if you get what I'm saying. They aren't in a sport, or if they are in a sport, it's like one time, like the entire year. It's not like a club sport, an all year thing. Like, it's one sport. They don't work out. They don't even live a physical life. You know, it's not like they walk to school every morning. Like, they're driving their car, and yet they still have a supermodel body. And like, God literally just has come down and blessed you. Another thing about these people is that they are typically very beautiful. So it's not just like, oh yeah, they have the perfect body. No, their face is beautiful, their hair is perfect, their eyes are gorgeous, they don't even need makeup, and they already look 10 times better than I will ever look in my entire life. I'm like, what? I don't get it. There's no place for that in my mind. Alright, next one. This one is mostly for dentists and hairstylists. Dentists I feel are the worst, because they're looking in your mouth, like your lips are all spread open, you're like, ah, and it's like, you know, they do that thing where it's like they're looking at you but they're not looking at your eyes, it's like they're looking at your mouth, and it's really weird and you're kind of happy you're wearing sunglasses, otherwise you wouldn't like know where to look, that sort of thing, or you'd be looking into the bright light and you'd just be blinded, and then I don't know, it's weird. But they're like, oh, so what are your plans for the summer? And you're like, and they're like, oh my god, that sounds like so much fun. Like, excuse me, you did not just understand what I said. I know you didn't understand what I said, because I didn't even understand what I said. And don't pretend like you did, because I know that you didn't. And then hairdressers are another one where this happens. And don't get me wrong, I think it's very important to have a good relationship with your hairdresser. I think that's very important. I love my hairdresser. She's super sweet. She's super awesome. I love her. But sometimes we'll be, you know, doing something like blow drying your hair, and you cannot hear anything. And she's sitting there blow drying your hair, and she asks you a question. I don't know, you didn't really hear it, so you're kind of hesitant, and that's awkward. And then you say something, and it's really stupid, and then they're confused, and you thought you said something that was really smart, or like at least applicable to the situation, and then you see the look on their face, and you're like, oh, they have no clue what's going on, and both of you are just confused, and it's all confusion, and then there's like loud hair drying noises, and it's really difficult. Alright, next one I actually feel pretty passionately about. Photographers. Particularly photographers who take like your school yearbook photo. They're always like, chin up, or actually no, my last photographer was like, chin down, great, that's perfect, now eyes up. No, lower the eyebrows, alright, hand, lower, no, don't turn. They're like, yes, turn, and you're like, and you end up looking really terrible in your school photo. Now everyone knows these are yearbook photos that will be there forever. Like when you have children, you're sitting down with your family, they're like, oh honey, let me show you my yearbook photos, and they'll be looking through and they'll be like, ew, who's this person? Like, well, you know, I don't look that bad in real life. It's just the fact that, you know, the photographer made me look like a demon. Like I literally, for the last yearbook photo I took, I was like this, and it was so scary. I was like, I would see this photo and scream if I was a young child. It was that terrifying. Or like sports ones, and they're like, hold the ball, and you're just awkwardly there with like a ball in your arm, and it's just weird. I don't get it. Next one. People who talk to dogs in normal voices. I've only seen this thing twice, because this example like a few times in my life, just because it's so rare. When you see a puppy, you immediately like, oh my god, it's so cute, I can't believe it, it's adorable. Like, it's what humans do. It's because they're like adorable and they're sweet and you want to love them. And I don't understand people like, oh hi dog, how's it going? Like, no, you don't talk to dogs in normal voices. That's just not how it works. Like, would you talk to a baby in a normal voice? No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, goochie goochie goo. Like, that's just what they do. Maybe these people, it's like a genetic thing, like, they just don't want to make themselves seem approachable and less scary around babies or dogs. I don't know. Okay, so that wraps up all the types of people who I don't understand. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next time, hopefully Lauren will be in it. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and if you related to any of these, make sure to like it. Or even if you didn't, you know, opposites attract. It's totally fine. And yeah, just make sure to subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, and there's a bunch of other things, and I'll link those down in the description box below. So yeah, bye!